polynomial long division problem. So let's take it from the top. We're taking this polynomial division problem, and we're going to solve it using long division. So we've set it up just like a 4th grade long division problem. Dividing 3x minus 1 into all of this stuff. One of the tricks or things we have to watch out for is that there are 0x squareds in the dividend. This is the divisor, this is the dividend, and this is going to be the quotient up here, the answer. So I have to have this placeholder. Okay, here's the first unusual question. How many times does 3x go into 9x to the third? That's right. It goes in 3x squared times. So another way you can ask yourself that question is 3x times what equals 9x cubed? The answer is 3x squared. Notice where I'm writing the 3x squared. I'm writing it over the other x squared stuff, the other x squared terms. All right, now just like we did in our 4th grade example, we're going to take this term that we've written up here, we're going to multiply it by the entire divisor. So 3x squared times 3x makes 9x to the third, but darn well better. 3x times the negative 1 gives us negative 3x squared. And we're going to subtract. Please put that subtraction symbol in parentheses. Please, 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 every time. Now, 9x to the third minus 9x to the third is going to be a 0. Every time that first result there should turn out to be a 0. Then, 0x squared minus negative 3x squared gives me what? Positive 3x squared. Subtracting a negative. Good. And then, in 4th grade, bring down the plus 5x. And repeat. So this is that point where the process repeats. We ask ourselves this unusual question again. How many times does 3x divide into 3x squared? X times. Awesome. A positive x times, as a matter of fact. Look, our x's are here lining up again. And then we take our new term up here and multiply it by the entire divisor. So, x times 3x makes 3x squared. X times negative 1 makes negative x. And we subtract. Minus sign in parentheses. 3x squared minus 3x squared, as promised, 0 again. 5x minus minus. So watch that double negative again, gives us positive 6x. And we bring down the minus 4. And repeat. How many times does 3x go into 6x? 2 times. Very good. New term times the divisor. 2 times 3x makes 6x. 2 times negative 1 makes negative 2. Subtraction sign in parentheses. Sometimes this number down here, this 6x, sometimes you're going to end up getting a negative number here. You're going to write this number down and it's going to be negative 7x. So you're going to have 2 negatives. You're going to have this minus sign, and then this number is going to be negative. And to separate those two, that's why I really like to have this minus sign, which is an operation, or an operator. I really like to have that in parentheses. I encourage you to do that also. 6x's going to 0, of course. Negative 4 minus minus 2, that's the same thing as negative 4 plus 2. Don't put a plus sign on top of that 2. If you have to go back and check your work and it's turned into a plus sign and you can't remember which came first, the minus or the plus, it'll distract you. So negative 4 plus 2 makes negative 2. The negative 2 is our remainder, and leave the remainder there. Sometimes we put r equals -2, but for the purposes of being thorough with our polynomials, I'm going to take the -2. We have not yet divided it by the divisor, so I'm going to put it up here next to the rest of the quotient. Divide it by 3x minus 1. And the thing that a lot of people forget to do is to put a plus sign between, in this case, the 2 and this fractional remainder, or this fractional last term. So that is your final answer. And the only thing that might be presented differently is that this plus sign, you could turn this into a minus and change this to a +2. Depending on if you're entering this online, whatever online utility you're using, here it's My Math Lab, they might give you the plus sign, in which case you have to use the -2. Just be careful to watch out for that. Otherwise, a computer, if you're entering this into a computer, it's going to think that you mean 2 times this fraction.